So I decided to go magnet fishing today, and as we can tell from this video, that was not a good decision, as plenty has happened since I was hauling in the middle. So we'll talk about all of the news that we cover in this thumbnail, this slide, whatever you want to say. But before we do, please make sure to like and subscribe. But now, diving on in, we'll be talking about arguably the biggest story. Miro Heiskanen has signed a massive 8-year, $67.6 million extension with the Dallas Stars. By the way, happy early birthday to Miro, as he gets this fat contract a day before his birthday. Now, that is a lot of money for a long time, but is it worth it? We'll talk about that. Theoretically, I say yes. I know I normally wouldn't, but Miro is going to turn 22 tomorrow, if I'm correct, so youth is on his side, and I think that the good thing is this deal would be running through his prime, not going towards the back end of the 30s or even the mid-30s or anything like that. So that's good there. Now, he has played a big role for the Stars as well early in his career and actually led the entire team for time on ice this past season, besides the goalies, of course, which, I mean, come on now. But logging almost 25 minutes per night, which is absolutely insane. He actually was 2 seconds shy on average from doing that. Now, he's a wonderful two-way player that's had a slightly down offensive season, but either way, from the way you look at it, the way you slice it, he is a really great, young, promising two-way player, and I think he should only get better on the offensive end as time goes by, so that is a promising thing there. And we cannot forget that epic playoff run from the 2019-20 season where he put up 26 points in 27 games played. I'd love to see that type of production. Are we going to get that? I'm not sure yet, but would I love it? Yes. Now, is this going to be a big deal for Dallas? I think so, because they lock up one of their top 4 defensemen for years to come. And, I mean, I don't know if he'll win a Norris, who knows, but he's got a lot of potential, I'll say that. So this is a great thing for Dallas, great thing for Miro Heiskanen. Get the bag. Congratulations, Miro. Happy birthday again. Now, the next story some I think would say what is a little bit, I'd say that's about importance, that's similar. Yeah, you know what I'm getting at. You get it here. Yeah, so it's a weird trade that went down. The Nashville Predators sent stud D-man Ryan Ellis to the Philadelphia Flyers in exchange for Philip Myers and Nolan Patrick. And guess what? Then the Predators sent Nolan Patrick to the Golden Knights in exchange for Cody Glass. Now, all in all, Philly gets Ellis, Nashville gets Glass and Myers, and I believe Vegas gets Patrick. It's a weird trade, but I like this a lot for Philly. I know they're an older team, and I don't want teams to usually get rid of younger talent, but Ellis is a certified stud on the blue line, and I think a big thing to think here is they're not this young team anymore with Giroux, Voracek, all those guys. They're not in their early 20s or anything like that. So you might as well try to make a push here if you can, if Carter Hart can rebound and all that good stuff. And actually, Ryan Ellis led the entire NHL for defensemen in SPAR, which is, your standing points above replacement, which is a really good thing. Basically, the war of hockey. And I think a big thing here is he provides a lot of offensive value that maybe doesn't show up on the normal stat sheet. Now, I will say he does have 6 years left on his contract with an AAV of $6.25 million. Basically, they're going to have to pay him $6.25 million a year for the next 6 years. And could that contract go bad? Who knows? It's tough to say. And I believe Ryan is 30 right now, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Now, for Nashville, they get a little younger. They get a dependable and interesting blue line acquisition with Myers. And, you got a project on your hands with Cody Glass, which I don't think they mind as much, and here's why. For Glass, it's probably a good thing. You go from Vegas to Nashville, and I know you're thinking, why would that be a good thing? Because Vegas is a contender, Nashville isn't. But the thing is, Vegas has not got the patience to work on Glass's development, whereas Nashville, I think, would be a little bit more focused on, okay, we've got time to develop him because we're not in a contention window where we're fighting for a title. So I think that's good for them. Now, as for Vegas, a really weird trade, I guess, with Nolan Patrick, being that maybe they like him, maybe they see something that others don't. There is, some expansion stuff with this, which always gets weird. But I don't know what to expect from him from his career so far. He's had the migraine issues, all that stuff. Who knows? But I really do hope that everything works out for Nolan Patrick, because I've wanted him to succeed since he's entered the league. Now, finally, we have one more story to go, and that is Chris Driedger, the Florida Panthers goalie, is likely to sign with the Seattle Kraken, making him the Florida Panthers pick for the expansion draft. I believe that's how that works. Now, this is an interesting move by Seattle because Driedger only has 38 games under his belt in his career, not a ton of NHL experience, but this year played extremely well, and the Sunshine State has to thank him, especially the Florida Panthers fans, as without him, I don't think they make the playoffs this year. Now, I'm not exactly sure what they would do contract-wise for him due to the lack of experience, but either way, it made sense that he was going to have to go because they were going to have to protect Bobrovsky, I believe, and Spencer Knight, their young and up-and-coming goalie, was, of course, going to be protected, so it kind of stinks for him, but it is what it is. I'm curious to see how it works out. Who do you think the Seattle Kraken will get as a goalie in this expansion draft? Let me know. Will it be Driedger? Will it not? Let me know down below. Also, let me know how you feel about the other news stories. There's some we couldn't cover because there's so much going on. It's crazy right now. But please, please, please make sure to like and subscribe. Everybody, stay safe. Have a great night. And you go love hockey, all right? Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.